Hi guys, my name's Craig. Welcome to Small Farmer Life. It's a little bit chilly today. The stable isn't very warm. I think I need to get heaters, but then again I've got big drafts coming in from all directions. But today I want to talk about what it's like to start a small farm from scratch, because I get asked this question quite a lot through my blog. And if you think about it, there's a lot of people out there who just look at a garden and it might be a tip, or they've got, I don't know, say a fifth of an acre, and they don't even know what to do with that. So imagine you purchasing acres of land, and it could be a couple of fields and it's just bare land. Now you have to figure out what you're going to do with that land. So at first it's finding the land to actually farm, and then when you find that land, then you've got to think what you're going to do with that land, where you're going to put things on the land, and you'll be scratching your head thinking about all that sort of thing. Now that's where a good plan of action comes in. Now I spent quite a while planning out where I was going to put things, but I was still moving things around at the beginning, and I ended up moving these bricks around. I had about 8 pallets of them about 7 times, and that was backbreaking. So a good plan when you first start out your small farm, especially when you're starting from scratch, like literally a bare field, is a good thing to do. Now there's obvious things that are going to make it a lot easier for you than if you didn't have, let's say if you had a lot of capital. So if you bought your land and you had plenty of money to do things around the farm and get it up and running, well, that's going to be a lot easier than, let's say, the way I did it. Because the way I did it, I spent all my savings on purchasing the actual land, and then, like, to top it off, I started a business off as well. So I had to do the business and also crack on with the farm. Now the business starting off, if you've started a business, then you'll know that in the first few years it's pretty hard to make a profit. Now I started making a profit after about the first year, and it was only because I was watching other people on YouTube who were telling me that I wasn't charging the right pricing, so I raised my pricing. I never won as many jobs, but the jobs I did win, then I started making a decent income from that, and then that I saved to do the farm. But there's days on a farm that you're going to get down, and me, I'm doing it on my own, and it's really hard. Some days I get depressed and I just don't want to get up and go out and feed the animals, but I have to, because they're not going to do that themselves. And these are the struggles that you're going to go through. But if you've got say a wife and some kids and they're there to help you, then that's going to make your starting a farm a lot easier than if you were doing it on your own, so to say. And I've been on my own now for several years doing this farm, and even when you want to build something and you've got the money to build it, it's hard, because you can't build something on your own. If you're trying to lift a 4-meter long piece of timber, get it into place, it's pretty hard. Now if you watch some YouTube videos, you'll see some guys out there who, they are really good at what they do, and they've built a log cabin in the woods on their own, and it can be done. But when I built these stables, if I didn't have the help of a friend down the road who was 75-year-old, then these stables would never have got built, because I needed somebody to help me, and I didn't have the money to actually pay people to help me do the actual building and the construction of these stables. Now when you get down, you're going to get down, I don't care who you are or how strong-minded you are, there's going to be days when you just don't want to go out there, and it might be pouring down in rain or snow or whatever it might be, because people just think starting a small farm, it's going to be all sunshine, lollipops, and, well, it ain't that. It ain't all about that. You do get really excited when you build something, it looks amazing, and that's where watching YouTube videos on how to construct things, if you're not very good at construction, then you need to learn about that sort of thing, and you need to be learning from others who are doing it properly. And if you watch YouTube videos on what you want to actually build, you can tell if they're doing it right by reading the comment section in the video, because if they're doing it right, in the video, you'll get people commenting saying, excellent craftsmanship, proper job. And if they're not doing it right, you'll get people saying, pack of cowboys, absolutely terrible, shouldn't be done that way, and that sort of thing. So YouTube is just an excellent resource to learn how to do things. But like I was saying, starting a small farm from scratch in bare field is just hard. It takes sheer willpower. Like Werner von Braun said JFK, when JFK asked him, what's it going to take to get us to the moon? And Werner von Braun replied, the will to do it. And that is literally what it's going to take to get your small farm up and running. Willpower, just sheer determination to push through all the bad times. And you're going to have good times. Don't think that I'm saying it's all bad, because it's not. You're going to have good times. You have a good laugh. You will laugh at things. And if you're doing it with family, I'm presuming you'll have a lot more laughs than if you're doing it on your own, because when you fall over in a load of mud and you're on your own, you don't laugh. Trust me, you're devastated, because you've got to go in, get change of clothes, get a shower, go back out and start doing what you already were doing before it happened. So it is hard starting a small farm. It's hard starting any business. And then you've got to think about what you're going to actually be growing on your farm, or which animals you're going to be raising that make a good profit. And you can't do what the big farms are doing. You're a small farm. They've got the actual mass production and the machinery to do that, and probably a lot more capital than you have. And then they've got grants that they get from the government. Small farms don't get them grants as much as the big farmers do, and they get subsidised also. So you have to pick something that's going to give you the good profit while also being viable to farm on your piece of land. Now, there's lots of things out there that you can do on the small farm, and there's other things you can do other than just grow produce and raise animals. You can make soaps and all sorts of things. You can, if you're good with joinery, you can make, I don't know, rabbit hutches and garden benches, all sorts of things. So there's lots of things you can do that will make your farm prosper, because the money you make from them things will go into sorting out your farm. But like I say, there's going to be days like today. I was lumping 6 metre long by, it's 150 mil wide by 75 mil thick timbers in the pouring down rain from about, I don't know, a couple of 100 yards around the corner where the wagon dropped them off, and I had to carry them 2 at a time all the way around here on my shoulder in the pouring down rain. You're going to have to deal with that sort of thing. You're going to have to deal with animals when they get diseases, and crops when they fail through disease. There's all sorts of things you're going to have to deal with when starting a farm, especially from scratch, because you're not knowledged up on what you need to do. And that's where watching YouTube videos and the people who've done it before you is going to help you a lot, and reading books or listening to audio books. And then if you do get down, listening to those motivational videos and books and audio books, because there's plenty out there. There's plenty of free motivational stuff on YouTube, and it'll get you going again, and you'll think, right, that's it, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get cracking on that, and I'm going to get it done. Like me now, I've saved up plenty through the summer so I can get lots done in the winter. I'm going to be building my farm shop. I'll put that on a video showing you what the farm shop will look like, because I've just got an awesome deal, which is a 5x6 double garage, and I'm going to use it for a workshop. And then in the winter time, I'm going to build all the chicken tractors in that workshop, and then next spring it'll be a farm shop, so I'll turn it into a farm shop, but I'll use it at the beginning to start building things for my farm. So guys, I'm telling you now, if you think that starting a farm from scratch is going to be easy, I'm telling you now, it's not going to be easy. But you will get gratification from what you've achieved when you actually do things. And if you follow your plan and you make sure that everything you're doing is actually, you're not going to move it around, you're doing it properly, it's going to stay there, and you've put some thought into your plan, and I'm going to do a video on that as well, how to plan out your farms so you don't have to start humping things around all over the place, because if you don't have a plan, you'll just end up with lots of buildings all over the farm, and it won't look very enticing if you have a farm shop like I'm going to be doing. I want people to come to this farm and go, wow, this is like the best poultry farm I've ever been to, and they'll recommend me to all the friends. So guys, yes, it is a really gratifying thing to have your own small farm, and you will, so I'm presuming when it's all up and running and you're living on there, be really satisfied with everything that you've done and you've accomplished it all yourself. And that's what it's all about. It's about knowing that you've done it all yourself. You haven't got millions of pounds and got other people in to do it for you. You've done it. Your family's helped you do it. Your friends have helped you do it. And now you've got your own piece of England or America or wherever you are in the world, and you've got your own little farm that's giving you an income and providing you with all the produce you need to survive, and then you're living a bit of a good life. So guys, anyway, you're going to need to have the grit, the determination and the perseverance to push through to where the farm's finished, and then you can relax in your rocking chair looking out over your little domain, and all your animals running about and your vegetables are growing right, because now you're all knowledged up on your farm and activities and what you need to do to actually make everything grow right and your animals to be healthy. And that's what it's all about. That's when the good life starts. But until that time comes, you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle. But when you do get down, guys, listen to some motivational things if you haven't got nobody to give you a little pep talk, and then that'll get you through. So guys, that's my take on what it's like to start a small farm. And if you want to subscribe, it's your choice. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to be notified of more upcoming farm videos, then hit that bell button. Till next time guys, my name's Craig. You've been watching A Small Farmer Life. Take care of yourself, and most of all, take care of the family. Bye for now.